All right, guys, we got an exciting morning going on today. We have to fabricate an exhaust system here. Now, the plan is to have a single turbo up in this area right here. So, this bank, I'm gonna have to get on over there, and then it's gonna have to join with a T here, and then it's going to end up coming up right there. So that's kind of the goal. What I have to do, because where we set the motor back, these flanges are actually up against the framework there. I'm going to cut those flanges off, and we got these, what are these called, Bobby?
V-bands.
The V-bands. I'll weld one of those onto there and on the other manifold, and then I'll route the pipe. And by the end of the day, hopefully I'll be able to come on up, pull a U-turn, and throw the exhaust down there. So, but everything will be set up for the future turbo. So basically all the routing, and instead of the turbo, we'll just do a U-turn and down. So that'll all come together, but today we just want exhaust working. So yeah, I think you were saying that you wanted to put one of our thrush mufflers from old Greenie.
Yeah, for now, just, you know, use what we have it come down on this side of the frame, and then just exit out down here somewhere, probably on the ground.
Yeah, I mean, we could actually fit the thrush right here and then throw a down pipe there.
Got to remove the tire.
Yeah, the tires.
So
it's got to be up above that, down, and then something like that. Keep it very simple because it's just temporary.
yeah.
Yeah.
No, right now we're just using what we have. These are exhaust manifolds off of a 5th gen Camaro. We're just gonna cut those up and put V-bands on those instead of the stock exhaust flange, and just use the exhaust pipe we have laying around to get this exhaust built.
Yep.
So
I'll be working on it today.
Yep.
Look at that. Weld that baby on just like that.
Perfect.
Yep. I'll get her to stick. Now, weld and cast, because it's very porous, you want to actually heat the metal up, get all the expansion done before you go putting concentrated heat down, because if you concentrate heat, it'll crack, it'll break, it'll chip. So weld and cast, there's a trick to it, but it's something I've done before, so we'll get a good one there. Well, good morning, guys. It's another day on the C10. More specifically, the exhaust of the C10. And you can see, yesterday I modified the manifolds, and today I am building the cross pipes. This all has to join right there. You can see I got a little modification to do there. This comes right on up here. So this one turned out absolutely perfect. The turbo will be sitting right here. That crossover pipe, I'm gonna run it. I'm gonna get a coupler so I can just couple those together. And then it looks like I'm gonna have to do some little modification. I got a pretty good gap there. I might have to, well, I undoubtedly have to repair that. But it is kind of tough getting these to fit like this. So and we are basically just it's so funny, we got so many projects that we're calling, oh, we got the Frankenbuggy, we got the Frankenstein motor that my son's putting together, and I was thinking yesterday, well, we're kind of Frankensteining an exhaust together. You know, we're using what parts we have over there and we're putting it together here. So it's not going to be the prettiest thing, but it is going to work. And yeah, we'll get some gas flowing out of this thing. So I'm going to run to O'Reilly Auto Parts because they got those couplers. I can just couple that together, pull all this back off. Where I have this one tacked, I actually got to put the hole into this one still. So I just tacked it on there so I know where it goes. When I pull it out, I can trace it with a Sharpie and cut that hole. But yeah, that's where we are now. By the end of the day, this will be at least up to this point. And then Bobby and I are going to figure out what to do as far as routing the exhaust on back. We got plenty of pipe. We got a couple of thrush pack mufflers that'll sound pretty cool. So that's about it. I'm gonna run to O'Reilly, get that little coupler, and then I'm gonna put this exhaust together today. Alrighty guys, let's see what I got done today. Wow, look at that. It almost looks like the exhaust is ready to head on out of there. It got a little ugly, but I got everything patched up, no leaks. Coupler in there, when we finalize everything, that will get welded and still be able to slip this off. We're gonna have to, well, because the turbo will be here, and then that will be one piece to the flange for the turbo. So, but this will just be welded all the way out tomorrow, so it's not coming back. Anyways, guys, I'll see you in the morning. I'm calling it a day, and tomorrow the exhaust will be all the way done. I kind of want to just throw it right out there. We got some 3-inch. We can do something cool with that. But this is also a vehicle that will be driven on the street, so we might want to put all the noise out the back there. It's going to be noisy enough having the motor as a passenger there. Anyways, guys, we'll see you in the morning. Hey, good morning, guys. It's another day on the C10. Bobby's here with me, and we're figuring out how we're going to be doing this exhaust system. Now, as you saw yesterday, I had it all coming together, and up to this point, even had that tacked on there. But now you can see how we're sending it down there. And in the future, like I said, the turbo's going to be sitting here. I even like laying in bed last night thinking, oh, how could I do a flange so we can actually take this, because I mentioned yesterday how this is going to be all welded together, and until we actually do the one with the turbo, this is going to be how it is. That is kind of the question. I mean, these are not turbo flanges, so no. I don't know if there's a point putting those on right now, or when we do get the turbo, we just cut it and put it in there, because things will be changed. But this is how it's looking right now. Down here we will, see, there it is. We'll take it on down, and I think, well, you want to dump it right in front of the rear tire, Bobby?
Yeah.
I think we'll just dump it out right there.
If we can.
If we got enough straight pipe. So anyways, guys, that's where we're at right now, and we're gonna continue to get some work done, and we'll bring you back when you can see it. But yeah, this is starting to look pretty kick-ass. We're getting it. We'll see you in a little bit. All right, guys, I'm gonna call it a day. I got everything kind of cut and fit, and it goes all the way down under here. There. Let's put a hanger up. Where'd I put that hanger? That's up there somewhere. But we got a thrush muffler on there, and dumping out right at the end of the cab. So that's it for the day. I'm a little worn out today, so I'm gonna call it quits. One thing I've learned when you're fabricating is if you're tired and you get frustrated, you end up screwing more than doing good. So yeah, I'm gonna wait for tomorrow. We'll get this all finished up tomorrow. So we'll see you then. Well, good morning, guys. This morning I am going to wrap up the exhaust on this C10 project here. And really the biggest thing, I got it all fabricated. It's all done, coming out back there, but it's not fitting. That's the big issue today. See, these manifolds here are right up against that section of frame. So I got to pull it all apart, finish up the welding. We have a couple of flanges I could put there, but the problem that I have with it is I go through all the work to fabricate and weld these flanges on, and they're not the right one for the turbo. So, you know, then I'm gonna have to redo all that work once the turbo comes, or we get some turbo flanges and then take care of that little issue there. But I'm not going to put those on there and then have to cut those off, and you know, that's just crazy. So I am going to get busy. I am going to dismantle this exhaust, finish welding up the back section because I didn't do that. And we have some chrome tips. I'm going to put a chrome tip on that so that sticks out and looks pretty. But the biggest issue for today is to actually make this fit. We are up against the framework there and there, so I got to break out the plasma cutter and make some room. So I'm going to get to work and I'll be back in just a little bit. Well, that went in pretty easy. There it is. All right, I'm gonna get it all. I gotta put the manifolds back in. As you can see, I notched the frame out where they're rubbing there. Now, I'll make everything pretty when we pull the motor out. We got to go through, clean the frame and paint it and all that. Right now, we're just putting things together. So never mind the ugliness. Right now, we're just looking for functionality. And as you can see, that thing slid in there real easy. I'm gonna finish mounting it up, and that'll probably be it. Once the exhaust is in, that's the end of this video. And then we'll be working on getting this thing running, which is gonna be really fun. All right, guys, well, I think we're all wrapped up for the day. What did we get done? We notched the frame down there, so you see manifolds fitting there and there. And it's heading out, and we got a nice little chrome tip on the side there. So that's gonna be it on this little project. What's next, Bobby? We gotta work on getting it running, huh?
Yeah. We really need to work on, I need to figure out what I want to do with the brakes. I measured the stock pedal, and that is in the right ratio for manual brakes, so we're gonna have to figure that out. Fortunately, I think we're gonna have to start spending money on this thing instead of just using everything we have laying around.
Frankensteining the exhaust. I explained yesterday how we Frankenbuggy, the motor you're talking about in the garage, and now the exhaust. So yeah, we're gonna, and
we gotta figure out where everything's gonna lie. So there's a lot of work still.
Yeah, my next project is gonna be, see this whole firewall and floor missing. I am going to make it so it will be removable and put back, so whenever we have to work on this thing, we can open it up as big as it is now, which frankly there's nothing you can't access on that motor and tranny when it's opened up. So we're turning, where is that thing? Right there. Nope. Here it is. Basically, I'm going to turn this into a hood that can just be installed, Zeus fasteners, tie it down, and it'll be good. Remove it when we need to work on things. So, and then computer, wiring, fuel system.
I mean, all that, I know what to do with all that. It's just the brakes is my biggest concern right now.
Are we going to use the master cylinder and just change the ratio of the pedal? Where do we have that?
It's all over there.
Here we go.
I think it'd be best just to buy all proper stuff. New pedal and the right size master cylinder for what we're doing.
What's that company that makes the brakes?
Oh,
there's several, but there's one real popular.
But there's the stock pedal. Its ratio is 6.5. Ideally, we have a 7. because we won't have the booster anymore.
So basically, move the hole on up. Will give you more leverage.
Yes, but if we were going to use all this, how are we going to mount all this monstrosity in there that is now all cut up?
Yeah, everything's going to be changed.
The column goes right through where that thing mounted. So.
Do a little editing. I mean, hell, there's plenty of room for everything here. Your gas pedal will be there. There is no clutch, so just scoot the chair over a little bit, the seat over. I mean, there's 8-10 inches here, so.
That's pretty much where the seat will have to go.
All right.
But yeah, one big project down. The exhaust is now complete for what we're doing right now. Yeah, what else?
Well, that's about it. Want to talk at all about what happened this week here? Guys, I mean, we had a couple of really rough days here because of the stuff that happened in our country, in our society the last week. I mean, many of you probably heard about that poor child on the bus was just going home to her boyfriend and ended up getting stabbed and killed just for no reason at all. And then the next day, we hear that Charlie Kirk gets gunned down when he's just doing his thing, going to the colleges and talking with the students about current events. It really upset me because, you know what, if you know, the foundation of our country is free speech, and if you get taken out just for speaking your mind, then something's seriously wrong here. But this is America. We are Americans, and you know, one thing we do is we get through stuff and we thrive beyond. So it's all of our duty to go on and be the best men, women, Americans we can be, and you know, build a country that we're proud of and we're proud to hand over to our children, which is my son here.
Well,
he just recently got married and plans on having a family. We cannot let this country go to hell. This is our lives. So
let's just end it off with what he said: God, family, country, in that order. So find your way.
absolutely.
And another thing, the last week or so, I've learned, get off your phones, finish your projects. Don't be glued to your phone.
No. Part of being a man, a human, is the feeling of achievement. And frankly, if you're just sitting there staring at your phone, absorbing the crud they're feeding you, you're really not achieving anything. They're achieving. They're manipulating you. So you being on the phone listening to them, you're giving them way too much power. You take the talent and the drive that God gave you and put stuff together, because at the end of it all, you feel great. When Bobby and I are driving this truck down, and the first time we hit a 10-second pass, I mean,
Well,
you know,
look at all our projects.
and look at all our products. I mean, I remember one time I was doing a video, and I'm like, if you can dream it, you can build it. And that was going to be kind of the theme of some of my videos. And that's true. You know, if you dream it, you can build it once you learn how to use the tools. And I don't want anyone out there that views our channel to think that if you have a question about anything, mechanically, structural, anything of what we're building, you can send us a message. We will reply. We will help you, because we're both aware that to feel good, you achieve things. And if you're not achieving things and have a sense of accomplishment, then you're just a bump on a log, and that's how you're going to go through life. So get off the couch, get your head out of the phone, pick up some tools, and build something. Ain't that right, Bobby? All right. So everybody, listen, have a wonderful day, week, and like, share, and subscribe. We're just going to keep on working and producing cool stuff. And if you guys need to reach out ever about a project or anything, just let us know. If you're a subscriber to us, you're part of our family, and we'll be there for you. So anyways, everyone have a wonderful day and take care.